So there we are. We are live officially.
Beautiful.
Share, share, share. Um, see, freaking Duncan's hand. Oh my god, that guy. That
That's so
guy.
funny.
That guy. Oh,
It
well,
is
not
so
yet. Not yet, Duncan. Oh my god. Here, hold on. Let's see. Oh my goodness gracious. Not yet, Duncan. Not yet. He's eyeing it up. I think he's eyeing it up. He's funny. Oh my goodness.
Hey,
Let's
Robert.
go, Robert Brown. What's up, brother? Happy belated, my man. Happy belated. Big D.
Hey,
Big
Daryl.
D's in the house. My man Daryl. I
Is
feel
my
bad.
volume coming in?
Yeah, your volume's great.
Okay, good.
I've been a bad friend this week with Daryl. I've been so busy. We've been kind of not talking as much as we used to, as much as
Hey,
I'm used
Ronnie.
to with him. Ronnie, what's going
Welcome.
on? Nolita. Well, you know what? We're gonna bring Duncan in just a second here.
Lolita.
I'm gonna bring Duncan in about 2 seconds here. Please remember to share.
That's all it takes.
To
Hey,
share.
Dwayne. How are you, baby?
All right, let's see here. Well,
Hey everybody!
Yeah, Duncan.
I am doing what needs to be done for the cause. They said it couldn't be done. Duncan, don't do it. But I said, you know what? I got the package, baby. I'm doing it. You know
Yeah,
what?
baby.
This one's dedicated to my dear best friend, like a brother to me, Kevin the Man Shahan. Look at that, baby. There's bounce and everything. There is bounce. Woo! Kevin, that was for you. All I need you is right there, baby.
what's up,
I just
Jeff?
need you
Thanks,
right
man.
there, Kevin.
Dwayne, what's up, bro?
Dedicated to you.
I love
Hey,
it.
listen, you remember last week Kevin came on with his little baker's cap, pretending he's Duncan because he always cooks.
Yeah, I got a baker's cap.
Apparently
Hey, Kevin,
Duncan.
I do nothing but think about Kevin all day long, about what he does and all the things that he's about. And oh man, I just want to be like him, a great mechanic and such a humble guy. Right there, Kevin. That's for you, baby. Right there. A lot of bounce.
Ooh.
How about
Oh,
Dwayne? Did
thanks,
the
Dwayne.
pork chops with the Stogie Road seasoning salt.
There
That's
you
beautiful.
go. Listen, I gotta go now.
Yeah, Dwayne.
I
That's
gotta put on the
beautiful,
real
baby.
outfit. Give me
All
a
right,
second,
Duncan.
everybody. Kevin, enjoy, baby. That one last one's for you right there.
We
Woo!
we love it, Duncan.
Yes.
Well, that was funny.
That was
Um,
awesome.
Thank you, Dwayne. I'm glad you enjoyed it, bro. Daryl, I couldn't have said any better myself. That was frightening. There's just some things the eyes can't unsee.
Come on. That was sexy right there. You know that.
Duncan, that was the opposite of sexy. The antithesis of sexy. I'm telling you, bro. I don't know. But you know what? Hey, if you had fun, that's all that matters.
Hey,
I
listen,
thought it was
hey,
awesome, Duncan.
Listen, you know what, man?
I
If we
love
can
that.
bust each other's balls every now and then, come on, man.
Have
This
to.
world is just too serious sometimes.
Dude, I was in. I had to go get my checkup from my doctor, and my doctor's.
I'm plugging the speak gringo right there.
My doctor's.
Hello.
My hours are bleeding. Oh God. Hey John. So I went to my doctor to get my shoulder checked up, and he had this physician's assistant come in. He was like 6'2", 6'3". The guy could have been a male model. 100% could have been a male model, and long hair, super good looking. And I was just like, he asked me, "Do you want to come in for? Do you want to come into the office, or do you want to go ahead and do a phone meeting for the next consulting or whatever?" And I said, "Are you kidding me? With a hot doctor's a physician like that, I'm coming in for this meeting. Hopefully, I'll bring my girlfriend too. My girlfriend would love to see this action." He didn't know what to think. He was just like, wow.
The answer the doctor did not expect us to think.
No. And then Heather she was like taking pictures of him and sending them to her husband. It was awesome.
Is that
Nice. Well, I hope everybody had a good chuckle, man. I hope
they did.
It was
Actually,
great, dude.
Duncan.
It was great, Duncan.
The only way that we can completely eliminate that from our memory
is the reverse.
is the intro.
It would be let's do it. Nice.
We have now officially unseen. We can
I don't
see.
remember anything anymore. I really don't. You know, it's like it never happened.
What's up, Bob? The cigar guy, Finley.
Finley, what's going on, Big Finley?
What's up, buddy? So
Have
yeah,
the highest rated show or not today, man?
I don't know, but
or not.
But hola, brothers and sisters of the Leaf, and welcome to the Stogie Road Diaries. It's Care. I got Lars. I got Duncan. And we're just hanging out, man. I'm excited because we have the new luxury edition of the Stogie Road cigars.
Luxury. Wait a second.
Luxury.
What does that word entail?
It means that, we do have, and I did have some pictures on the intro of what the new Edition 35s are looking like right now at the factory. Fantastic looking, great smoke. But we also have a nice next level up luxury edition of a cigar that's not a barber pole, but it is a fantastic smoke. The tobaccos in the filler are aged 5 years, and that's really all I can tell you about it. It's a very, very limited amount of cigars. Probably going to do that once a quarter. With something very limited, nice and high end, and
Something
just
to look forward to.
yeah, something you're probably. Hey, Aunt Mary, how you doing?
Hey, Anthony, how you doing?
Paul, Anthony, what's happening?
Paul's there. What's up?
The real deal right there.
They're
The real
here.
deal.
My
So-
shoulder's in a little bit of pain. That's because I stopped taking the oxycodone, and I'm not taking any pain medications. So, just dealing with it.
Just dealing with it. We were just talking. I was
Biting the
talking to my
bullet.
dad tonight about his shoulder recovery. So, but yeah,
Paul wasn't there for the pre-intro show.
no, he can go back. Yeah, Paul. Listen, just if you miss the first 3 minutes, you're gonna be okay.
You're really
I
gonna
promise. Big Tony, the Big Tony. If you miss the first 3 minutes,
he's gonna be all right.
there is nothing big about it, but it would definitely.
Oh, come on.
Duncan
I
Duncan
think
first wanted to use the box of mini cigars.
Yeah. You know what? Listen here, Big and Hairy, and not in the right departments. I do, man. I don't have a cowboy hat, Bob, but I do have a Panama hat somewhere around here.
Panama.
Panama,
Yep.
Panama.
This one's for Bob Finley. I'm doing this one. I'm taking that off for Bob Finley.
Are you gonna put a hat back on?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God there was pants on when he stood up. Woo, even better. There you
Come
go.
on. You're killing me, man. You're killing me.
I was just worried about you.
I'm a respectful guy. I'm a by the book kind of guy.
Yeah.
Every now and then.
But yeah, we're gonna have the luxury edition available soon on the VSR Cigar Fam. The other thing too about it is, to start off, it's just gonna be a VSRCigarFam.com exclusive.
Wow, that's awesome.
So you're only gonna be able to get it just there. Yep. I mean, we get a great deal of love and support from so many different brick and mortar shops, and as we start to what's going on, Steven? As we start to grow, especially with these luxury runs, we'll start offering them to the brick and mortar shops. But as of right now, we're just going to start off with doing the VSR Cigar Fam exclusive. I'm excited about it. More to come. Just stay tuned. 2 sizes. One is I think it's be Churchill size, and the other is, God bless you.
Thank you.
The other is kind of a semi box press Robusto, which is really a fantastic size. I love that one.
Oh, nice. Thank you, Anthony. I appreciate that. I look amazing in a hat.
You do. So what are you smoking tonight, Duncan?
I reached in and I've had this.
I hope it wasn't the box from the beginning.
Happy birthday.
I reached in the box and I pulled it out.
How many cigars from that box?
I found a nice La Aurora Maduro. I've had this nice little sample for quite some time now, a couple of years. It's not like vintage smoking, but it's got some good aging to it. I like a cigar that has time to settle. So it's a La Aurora Maduro. And it's their core line of cigars. This one's about maybe $8, I believe. So it's
nice.
Not outside the range of anybody's enjoyment factor, particularly money wise.
Nice. Bob Finley, will there ever be an infused Stogie Road cigar? Never say never.
Never say die. You can't surrender.
Never say never. I'm not much of a, I think, what's up, Q Dog? I've had some infused cigars. I've had other types of aromatic cigars, and I think it's, if you work with the right people who know what they're doing and how to do it right to get the right flavors that you're looking for, then most definitely. If you're working with someone who doesn't know what they're doing, then you'll just end up with a bunch of perfume sticks. But you never say never.
I'm interested in a white pepper infused cigar.
I have one coming on the way. It's called it's called the Finley.
Yes. Look at that broken arm and everything. Yeah, baby.
It's not infused. I'm just gonna be like, listen, when you're making those cigars, just dump a whole bunch of white pepper in there. They're going right to Bob Finley. Lars, what are you smoking, buddy?
I am smoking a 30-year-old Body Shop.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I'm having an RTB Maduro.
Yeah,
hey,
nice,
how's
baby.
he doing, man?
My buddy, yeah, Ron's doing well. We love Ron, support Ron, always have, always will. Bob Finley insists that white pepper tastes like Taco Bell cardboard box.
I agree wholeheartedly.
I love it. I love it. But this is it was available at vsrcigarfam.com. We always, I love Ron, always support him. We always carry his stuff. So, good guy. If the current edition, I'll tell you what, Dwayne. The new Edition 35. I'll just call it. I'm not going to call it the new Edition 35. I'm just going to call it the Edition 35. Is going to be fantastic. It is fantastic.
Like a band, New Edition back in the days.
Yes, it is New Edition. New Edition 35. That was the 35 people had to try out for the band, and then they cut it down to
35-year-old or something.
Yes, and then the people who didn't make it into New Edition was Menudo.
Oh man, Menudo, dude! Now you're talking about a real boys band. That's back in the day when boys bands were real boys bands.
Yeah. But out of all of the different versions, and there's only one guy that survived, Ricky Martin. He's the only one that came out and
there
made
you
it
go, Big D.
All
that is
stuff,
true.
Man.
CD 2021 Edition 35, Sweetgrass, Gringo, Big Tony, and the Sandella.
NKOTB right there. Come on. What does that stand for? NKOTB. OTB. NKOTB.
New Care, Old Tobacco.
New Kids on the Block.
New Kids on the Block.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my God! Back in
I'm
the
like
day.
New Care, New Care,
Kids on
Old
the
Tobacco.
Block.
What the hell are you
Yeah.
talking about? Yeah.
I don't know, man. Well, shit. Yesterday.
Oh, very
look
cool,
at that,
Dwayne.
man.
That's cool.
Tried the steampunk this week.
Yeah, the steampunks are good.
Yeah. And I got to date Bob. You know what you should do is I gotta hook you up, Bob, with some of the Stogie Road salt and some of the
Oh my
Stogie
God,
Road
it's so good.
barbecue sauce. I gotta tell you, Jennifer used the seasoned salt on. I know, man. Oh. She used it
Carolina
on
style, baby, Carolina style.
She made it was chicken and steak and just used that on the steak only. Then we had corn and black beans and rice, and it was fantastic. And then she made a vegetable quiche last night.
Oh my God, I love quiche.
Instead of using crust, she used hash browns.
Oh shit!
So
that
it was
must have been so
crunchy,
good.
and she used that seasoning only. And,
Oh my God,
oh, bro, outstanding.
Jennifer, I wish I was there. I love quiche.
Thanks, Bob. Bob, I got to tell you, I think you and Steven will like the new rendition of the Sweetgrass Gringo. It's definitely gonna be Bob the Cigar Guy approved and the Chief approved. What do you mean we're still too young, New Kids on the Block? That was
That was what, 80s?
yeah, right.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
Not
unless
too
we go
long
back to the
ago.
Jackson 5. I mean, I'm down with that shit. I'll go back to the Jackson 5. I used to love it. Yeah, baby.
Don't get me started, Duncan. I'll start singing, and then Daryl will just, send me a message to be like, "Listen, Care, I was having fun, but I just had to jump off."
Look how the show started. It could go anywhere.
New Kids on the Block was the '90s, Dwayne says.
Was it 90s?
Really? I thought it was the 80s too. Man, it was the 90s, wasn't it? Holy shit.
I know, Bob. I got to hop over there. And yeah, Steve Martin says real men don't eat quiche.
You're about to say
I
quiche.
know.
I did almost say quiche. I almost say queechy because that's what we used to give around call it queechy. I almost caught myself,
love
man.
quiche.
I love quiche, man.
Oh,
Me
yeah.
too.
And Jennifer's famous frittata. Dude.
The frittata.
Frittata. Like that, and it was delicious. I thought it was like, man, this is like some highfalutin.
Here, you guys talk amongst yourself. I'll be right back.
You got it.
Lars, I had never had that. And it's like an Italian version of an omelet, but like a fried omelet or something. And it's delicious, man. I never had that.
I love that stuff. It's so good.
I mean, hey, listen, I'm a diehard. I didn't get to weigh what I weigh for not eating. I can tell you that much, man. If you were closer, I'd deliver a food care package.
Oh, I would love that, Jennifer. I cannot wait to come down and visit you. I'm definitely down for all of that. And you know what? This girl who I'm friends with, she made me a quiche just recently out of the cauliflower crust, because just with my diet, I can't eat a bunch of carbs. And so she made it without any gluten and made a cauliflower crust, and it was really, really good.
Give me a
I was
second,
surprised.
Lars, one moment. Let me check on something real quick here.
You got it. Well, then I guess I'm going to talk with y'all
I don't know.
about
I thought I heard
cigars, body
everything's
shop.
fine. But real quick, I was going to ask you, and I'm sure everybody is already asked you and you're bothered, but how are you doing? Is the shoulder allowing you to do stuff yet? Are you not doing?
I can't lift my arm up. It's got to stay immobilized. Although it was supposed to be for another 6 weeks. Today, the doctor said it looks like it's healing up really good. I might be able to start using it in about 4 weeks.
Yeah, and Dwayne, I agree with you. We are way harder to kidnap because there's a lot of us. That's why I stay like this. Man. But no, I wanted to know because honestly, this is not the same as you. This is just a fracture, but this has really been. I mean, man, I'm a month into it, and it's like stupid. I hate it. My appointment is on Tuesday of next week. I'm hoping to hear some good news. I mean, I don't know. I just want to get it over and done with. And for you to have that much time still possibly left, man, I feel for you, my brother.
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that.
That's nice. That's nice right there. That's nice.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
And you said that's a soft box press?
Yeah, it's
Wow.
if this was Sesame Street, Grover would say that's an oval.
Or an oval. That's nice. You know what? It's funny you said that. AJ did that oval series for a while. The AJ San Lotano's oval, and I like his stuff. But brutally honest, I'm a fan of a nice box press. There's something about that. I don't know, man. I think they're so unique.
Thanks, Ronnie.
so nice. I like
What's up,
that.
Kevin Corbelise? Yeah, I gotta tell you, it's that's the
Oh yeah, that's beautiful looking.
Now that's a Toro or
no, it's more like a Churchill. It's let's
All
see
right.
here. Let me pull out my handy dandy. I think I'm one of the only few people that still has a wooden cigar prop
nice. Look at that.
measurer.
Bring out your wood.
So I'd say ring gauge about a 48,
Okay, standard.
48, and about 7 inches. That's what she
Okay,
said.
so classic.
Yep.
That's a classic Churchill size. Yeah.
That's what she said. 7 by
That's
48.
what she said.
7 inches. That's for some reason the cigar prop measuring tool said that this was 7 inches. So I don't know.
Lies. Yeah. Lies.
Living large. What's up, bro? Oh, man.
my God.
So-
John Living Large, the big man in Chicago.
So we got that going on, and I'm also very proud to say that this will be on the Stogie Road Cigars very, very soon. Is and you've seen me post these before.
Yeah.
Is
Oh yeah, I have seen those.
the brand we got Smooth Sailing, which is a really nice, smooth Connecticut. Has some nice baking seasonings to it when I smoke it, and then halfway through the pepper just kind of starts to pick up a little bit in the background, and it ends off. It finishes off a little. It really kind of sneaks up on you. It finishes off a little bit stronger than it started. The culture. This thing this is my Wayback Machine. This is my time machine right here, bro. This thing takes me back to another time, and it is a really good, flavorful cigar. And then we got the Scarlet Crown,
Nice.
and
Wow,
the packing's
nice.
incredible, bro. Look at that.
Now,
I mean,
who makes those? If you don't mind my asking.
I can't tell you,
Okay.
not quite yet.
Okay. No. I'm with you.
I've
I'm
talked.
with
I will very soon.
you. That's a good thing, man.
Because we're gonna have someone on as a guest soon, and
little
Gary,
chat
right?
about it.
We'll
Yeah.
have Gary on, right?
Yeah, we'll have Gary on. Yep.
Yeah.
We'll have Gary on. We touched base a few weeks ago, and I'll talk a little bit about it. Probably next week, and then we'll have Gary on and really get into the nitty gritty, because I always love having folks on and telling their story, them telling their story instead of me telling it. I'm excited about it. So that's what's going to be available very, very soon on the VSR Cigar Fam, is the luxury edition and the 3 incredible blends. And the wrapping's incredible, I swear. That is just so beautiful, man. It really is.
Nice, dude.
There's a lot of care and effort. When you package something like that, you really your expectations are going to be high for what value and flavor and what that cigar gives you. And I got to tell you, and you know me, Duncan, we've known each other a long time. If it's a cigar that I'm not a fan of, I'm not going to sell it. I'm not going to promote
Right.
it.
I like
Awesome
the
cigars.
packaging. It's got kind of like a vintagey look to it, like old newspaper styles kind of thing.
Old
and
newspaper, yeah.
vintage images. I like that. I'm a fan of that. Yeah.
That's Gary right there.
Yep, that's Gary.
Gary.
Smoking a cigar, not the
Handsome
girl.
man. Yeah, I was looking at the other Gary. I was looking at the Gary right by your fingernails. This is a hell of a Gary right there.
With a big fat finger. Very soon, Ronnie. Very soon. We'll talk about it. I just want to make sure that the timing's right. I want to tease little teasers, couple teasers, Ronnie, couple teasers.
Stay tuned for the big event.
Stay tuned.
Hey, by the way, I just caught on to it. I was looking at the box. The one that I used earlier today. You know that's the Room 101 payback.
It is. That's great, right? It was a nice little
Oh,
payback.
How appropriate! I was like a little
That is
payback.
a highly appropriate name. That's fucking hilarious.
I'm looking at the box. I'm like, hey, that says payback on it. That's nice. I like that.
That's
Oh,
great.
no, like we say, if we can't all laugh at each other, have a good time. Shoot,
Better than
man.
saying nub. That would have been even funnier.
No, yeah, no nub to me, baby. Come on, Carrie, come on, Carrie, come on.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying it because I don't love you. I'm just
I
saying
know
it
you were a
because
big
it's
fan
funny.
of the Felix Mesa cigarillos for a while. I don't know what that was all about, but
Because because Felix makes a damn good cigar, bro.
the little itty bitties, yeah.
The little itty bitties, man. I'll tell you, it was one of those things where
That box could cover so much.
If that can only cover so much. I see it right now. I use it every morning. But it was, those were a great. It was just like me. It was short, flavorful, and a good 15 minutes.
If you're lucky, 15 minutes.
Hey, listen, man. He makes a good cigar, and it was a great short smoke. So, but yeah, it's very, very similar.
Hey,
It's
real
very funny.
quick, slightly weird topic here because we brought this up yesterday, but I know you're a big superhero fan. You're kind of like a nerd like me when it comes to that. Have you seen the Wonder Woman 1984? I wasn't a fan. I was not I was just not, not a fan, dude. Not a fan at all. I loved her. I love Gal Gadot. She's stunning. She's gorgeous in everything she does.
Yeah.
But the movie was just not there. It was
Nope.
just not. It needed more action, I think.
No, I thought it was too cheesy. And if they were going for cheesy and campy, then they got it.
Yeah.
I thought the very first Wonder
the first
Woman was
was good.
fantastic
Wonder Woman was
movie.
really good.
The Zack Snyder Justice League, fantastic.
Yeah. But
Um,
now they're saying that there's going to be the third part, which is the final story when they bring in the bad guy, Darkseid, whatever. So,
yeah, well, I got to tell you,
like Lars is looking at us. What a bunch of nerds! Look at these two comic book nerds.
No, I actually liked the first Wonder Woman. I thought the second one was like they tried to throw everything woke they could into it.
what's up? It's
What's up, Daz?
it's Les from the cigar. Now you know what, Des. Now you're gonna be Les because I did that to Deb. Remember that, Duncan? I called her Barb for some reason.
Yeah,
It was like
Barb.
then it just stuck in my head. It was Barb.
Barbed wire.
You know what? I love comic books. I've had them when I was a kid. I still have all my comic books when I was a kid. And I love collecting. One of the best, I think one of the most original movies that I've seen in a long time, and it is one of my favorite movies, is Unbreakable.
Yeah.
M. Night Shyamalan.
That was
His-
an amazing movie.
His take on the whole superhero thing was just
Loved it. It was brilliant. And the funny
Brilliant.
thing is, I tell you, he tied it all beautifully. There was what the first one was Unbreakable. The other one was Glass, I think. No, was
Well,
Glass was
also
the last one.
remember there was that one where Split, where the guy had the
Split.
split
Yeah.
personality, and the Unbreakable guy is like, and
The
he's
very
right at the very end.
Yep.
Yep,
They tied
that
together.
was awesome.
I got to tell you
I love-
something. I'm a huge fan of James McAvoy.
Yeah,
he's
And,
great.
and if you've never seen him in anything, there's so many great movies,
Hey,
and
Kevin.
he's just not.
I don't think he's a good Professor X. I'm gonna just say.
Well,
like
I
that.
think he is. I disagree with you. He's a younger one, but if you really want to see just how incredible of an actor he is, if you see Split, I was
Yeah, no,
blown
Split-
away by
Split is
that.
it. It's Split
That was
really.
great.
I think is a defining role that he played, and it was just awesome.
Yep.
I'm a
Kev?
dieharder. I'm a dieharder on X-Men, so I just don't know if he is that Professor X kind of thing. He's pulled it off in a couple of the movies. I don't think he's.
I thought he did
he's
well.
pulling it off right now.
I thought he did well with it. I mean, and I'm a big fan of the guy who plays Magneto in those
Yeah,
movies.
he's awesome. He's
God,
great.
I can't think of his name. I'm blanking
Yeah, he's
on
a
it.
great actor.
But he's been in so many great movies. He was in Inglourious Bastards. I mean, he was in the I'm blanking here. Isn't that terrible? It was a movie about the he was a lawyer, and it was a fucking crazy movie. I gotta look that guy's name up. It's just terrible. But
Are you? Is it him, or are you getting him confused with the guy who did "Thank You for Smoking"?
no,
That's a
I
different
love
actor.
him. He's a great actor too.
Aaron Eckhart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good. He
Yeah, I
played
like it.
Two-Face.
And that movie, yep, he was in Two-Face.
He
But
was
that movie
Two-Face.
that he did, Thank You for Smoking, that was a great movie.
That was a beast.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No, he's a great actor.
Michael Fassbender.
Michael
Jennifer says.
Fassbender. Thank you. Yes, Michael Fassbender. He's a great actor. That guy's just freaking brilliant, man. So brilliant. I forgot his name. But he was in gosh, a War Horse or something like that. He was in so many great movies, and I think he plays a great Magneto.
Oh, he does. He does. Daryl's saying that Ian McKellen, I like that continuation. Again, for the nerds like me, Magneto had in comic book canon, when you follow the X-Men,
Yeah.
he was that same age, but he gets regressed back to a younger version. And I think that I love the fact that Ian McKellen was the guy who introduced us to the older Magneto, and then this guy Fassbender is playing the younger one. I think that is awesome. That to me was one of the better transitions of one character in different styles of movies. It was really well done.
Yeah, in the comic book, Mike, he was older. He was older, but he was ripped. Like like you said, he was regressing in age. But I did like Ian McKellen. I did like what's his face, Captain Picard as Professor X.
I liked him.
I think he's good. You know, I think he's really good.
You guys, if you guys like those things, you know the what's the dude? He's great. He did the like wolf thing. What's that guy's name?
Oh, Leonardo DiCaprio.
No. The dude from the. I'm just terrible with names, and I'm terrible with the characters. The one that did.
We sound like a bunch of old men trying to have a conversation. What's up? That guy with the hair.
Yeah. But you know the one that has the claws of
Wolverine.
Wolverine, right? So the last Wolverine thing. Do you remember
Logan?
Yeah. Do you remember the blue guy in there?
Nightcrawler.
I don't know what they're called, but yeah, he was the blue guy in that movie. That's Cody McPhee. So I taught him how to smoke a cigar when he was 9 years old.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, when he was 9, he came to me to teach him how to smoke a cigar, and I gave him his first cigar and taught him how to smoke it, and we hung out. He was wearing my T-shirt when he came out to see me at one of my shows. Him and Viggo Mortensen, you know the actor Viggo Mortensen?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Yep. So both of those are like big fans of mine with my music. So they both came wearing like my band's hat and then a Lars Teton swim team T-shirt. Have you guys seen the swim team T-shirt?
No, that's great.
Awesome.
It's like sperm swimming on the shirt, and it says Lars Teton's
Oh my god, that's funny.
swim team champions.
No, I didn't know that. I love him. He's
Vigo's a
great
big
actor.
fan, big fan.
No
he
kidding.
loves me, and he was coming out to a good amount of shows, and then Cody came to the show with him, and I taught him how to smoke cigar.
I love Viggo Mortensen in Appaloosa with Ed Harris.
That was an amazing movie. And Ed Harris directed that.
Ed Harris,
I don't know. Did he write that too? But I know he directed it.
Oh.
He was amazing.
It's such a good movie.
You broke my
love that
nose. Well, Colt makes a heavy gun.
I know.
That's such a great. I mean, and he's Viggo Mortensen great. I was thinking of The Counselor, which if you ever get a chance, watch
That
The Counselor.
is a great movie. Too.
Very
Oh my
disturbing.
God.
Brad Pitt's in it too. Cameron Diaz. She actually played. We watched Cameron Diaz in that movie. She's just such a bitch.
Genius.
But man, just a fantastic movie. Very just raw. Like
The
that's all. It's
Counselor?
very raw. Excuse me.
The Counselor, you
The
said?
Counselor. Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
very,
raw.
very
Or
good movie.
what? Can I look that up in Netflix or one of those?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good, man.
Yeah, Michael Fass. There's a lot of people in that movie.
Yeah, that's star-studded.
Yeah, it really is. And what's his face? God,
The guy with the hair.
Life is Beautiful. Remember, he won an Academy Award for that. Javier, whatever his name
Yeah,
is.
no Country for Old Men. He was
No
so
Country for
good
Old
in
Men.
this
He's another
movie.
one too. Yeah,
God.
he's also in that movie. Yeah, yeah.
I
Yeah,
love, by the way, I
Ed
love that
Harris.
movie, No Country
Ed
for
Harris.
Old Men.
What's that, Duncan? I'm sorry.
That movie, No Country for Old Men, that Lars just said, man,
Yeah.
that movie was a beast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ed Harris did write Appaloosa. He was one of the writers and directed it.
Yeah. He was amazing director in that movie.
Yeah, it was a really good movie.
And
I
his
love-
the writing in that movie was just phenomenal.
I like those old cowboy movies like that. I like a lot of the newer ones. I love Appaloosa. I'm a huge fan of Open Range. That movie,
Great
Kevin
movie.
Costner is one of my favorite actors, and that is just a great movie. And I mean, one of the best is Unforgiven
Oh my God, yeah.
with
Clint Eastwood
and
is
Morgan
a
Freeman.
genius.
Hands down.
And Clint Eastwood directed that. He's just
Yep.
a genius director. He
Yeah,
really
he's,
is.
you still got that old gun. I can still shoot the eye out of a bird in 100 yards.
That was great. That was great.
Yeah, such a great movie. That one was that movie was really. I actually took a class in college over the summer. It was called American Male in the Western Genre, and we had to read books and watch movies. And it actually started off with like the movies that were made, you know, in black and white, you know, Old River or whatever, and all that stuff. And then we read different books along the way and watched different movies on how the movies depicted the Wild West. And it actually ended with Unforgiven.
Oh my God.
Wow.
And it was pretty cool how it, you know, just to see how far Hollywood had come from, you know, the clean dressed cowboys and the shooting and the holding, you know, they're, you know, and falling over, and then you get to Unforgiven, you know, where Gene Hackman's brilliant in that movie too, where you're getting violence and just what it was really like to be living back in those days.
Well, it's yesterday we actually on sort of something like that. You mentioned the American male actor or portrayal of the typical, you know, cowboy. One of the things that I was talking to the guys, I go, what is the actor that reminds you, you know, like the whole prototypical guy in the movies, the action hero with a cigar? And the first thing out of my mouth was like Clint Eastwood. You know, when I think cowboys, old movies, and the prototypical badass American dude out there, you know, gunslinging. I said, man, Clint Eastwood and all the old spaghetti westerns used to do. I loved them. You know,
Oh yeah,
Full of Dollars. You know, Rosie Wales. I mean, all of them. They're just great movies, and you can see a lot of, you know. I remember we mentioned this in the first Predator. You had Arnold Schwarzenegger smoking a cigar. I mean, it doesn't get more, you know, the man's man action hero guy smoking a damn cigar. He's about to, you know, go hunt something.
and when he throws it on the ground, then the predator can indicate heat, and you can see the cigar fall.
Yeah, dude, I love
that. Was great.
Nicholson, of course, Jack smokes his cigars too every now and then in movies. I mean, there's just so many great interpretations of that prototypical pure Americana man, and he's smoking a cigar. And I tell people, don't look for the guys who's doing the cigarettes, man. Look somewhere in there. They mentioned the guy who played Tony Soprano. The
James Gandolfini.
Yeah, great guy too, man. I loved it.
Heartbreak Ridge and Gran Torino. Two.
His grandfather was in the footage. Dwayne's.
That's
Gran Torino was an
fantastic.
amazing movie, by the way. Really intense.
Very good movie. I mean, it's tough to find good movies anymore. It really is. I mean, at least original movies.
Yeah.
You know, there's just so many movies are being retreaded. You know, they're taking older movies, they're redoing them. And you know that you're old when it's like they're redoing Dirty Dancing, and they're redoing
They're gonna do Footloose again. They're gonna do a remake.
We did Footloose, and I'm like, whoa. Now you're, you know, slow your roll down. Please do not remake these movies, because you're gonna remake, you know, Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I mean, I heard that there was rumors about that going around.
Oh no,
You
that
just
was
can't
like a
remake.
priceless movie.
You cannot
You can't
remake those
redo that.
movies, man. You just
The
can't.
Breakfast
do that.
Club.
Sean Penn and this part was so good.
No, you're right, Frank. Can't come up with new ideas. So even sometimes if I watch a movie that may be a little bit far out there and I may not 100% enjoy, I really do appreciate, you know, the something original.
Yeah.
I really do. I mean, I thought we watched this is the guy with 12 Angry. God bless you.
Bless you.
Yeah, and Daryl, you're absolutely right. I mean, they do a great job with some of the remakes. They really do. I mean, and I'm a big fan of a lot of the remakes, but sometimes it just sucks when you see so many remakes and some of them poorly done. I can't remember what I was going to say.
Did you guys see 12 Angry Men with that comedian? What's her name? Shit. She's really funny.
Mm-mm.
She's a little chubby. She's like this blonde comedian girl.
Oh, Amy Schumer.
Amy Schumer. Yeah, she did a version of 12 Angry Men that was hilarious.
No. I go back and forth with Amy Schumer. Sometimes she's funny, sometimes she's not. I mean,
Yeah. That's true.
You cannot remake Days of Confused. That movie is one of my all-time favorites.
Yeah. That's why I love High School Girls.
Yep.
I keep getting older and they keep staying the same age.
Matthew McConaughey.
Love it.
All right. You gotta join on you. It'd be a lot cooler if you did. That is such a great movie. When he said, "That's why I like High School Girls. I stay the same age. Or I keep getting older. They stay the same age." What's up, Red? There are so many great actors in that movie too. I mean,
yeah.
Oh gosh, Matt Damon's in that movie, or not Matt Damon. What's his face? His buddy.
Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck's in that movie. Mila Jovovich is in that movie. That was back when she was not really well known as an actress. She was more known as a model and a folk singer.
Yeah, that's
before she started doing all of her action movies and stuff.
Movies, right?
Yeah, no, that was back in the day. I mean, it's just really reminiscent of those 70s and 80s. Yep, that's my pawpaw said 12 Angry Men was loaded with the best male actors in Hollywood back in the day.
Yeah.
But it's just really hard to find original movies. I mean, it really is. Hell, they're even remaking the Godzilla and King Kong movies.
Yeah,
sometimes I think I'd rather watch the old ones.
That's just BS.
It's not bad though. I mean, listen, it's mindless movies. That's why I love those movies. There's some movies I just want to watch and just not think about.
Well, for that you got what was it that Stallone did? Those the Expendable trilogy or whatever it was. When they came out with the first one, I said, "Hey, look at that! It's exactly sort of like a harkening back to all these classic superhero, not like action adventure guys." I think it's great. They're coming together, doing these. All it is gratuitous violence, guy stuff. I enjoyed that, but then when they begin doing 3, 4, 5, 6 versions of that, I don't want to do anymore. Just like Fast and the Furious. After the third one, I was like, dude, I can't do this anymore. I'm done.
You can only be so fast, and you can only be so furious.
Yeah, I mean, anger management, for God's sakes, or something or other, man.
Dwayne, I love that movie, Fifth Element.
Fifth Element.
That was fantastic. A good one. That was a very good movie. Yeah.
That has one of my favorite actors in it, Gary Oldman.
Yeah,
Gary Oldman is really a fantastic
actor. In every role he plays, he becomes that character.
He's, he played Churchill. He played Dracula. He was great in The Professional, which is a great movie where he played the strung out FBI guy. Oh no, that was when he played in that. That was True Romance. He was awesome in that movie.
What it wasn't in the Professional. He had dreadlocks.
No, The Professional. He played the head FBI guy who. You're
right.
The pills.
You're right.
He was the drug dealer.
True Romance was
in True Romance.
Right. You're right.
I mean,
that was amazing.
Oh my God, he was just so great in that movie. But he played Beethoven. I mean, he's just a fantastic actor. I think he was in Air Force One too, right? Was that?
He played Beethoven the dog?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Nice. That was
yeah,
awesome.
He did.
There was a lot of diversity in his acting skills. That's awesome.
Gustavo, what is going on, my man?
Oh God.
Look at that, Hellfighters. A little bit of John Wayne going on. John Wayne.
Although I loved John Wayne's True Grit, but the new True Grit I actually like way better. With Haley Steinfeld, because she was just amazing in that movie.
Yeah, it's
she was priceless.
Bridges played in that movie.
Yep,
he was really good.
Brilliant in that.
Yeah, he's a good actor.
And Matt Damon was in it.
Yeah,
Matt
Matt
Damon
Damon.
was
Yeah,
in that. And he was great in that too.
He's a good actor. I mean,
Yeah.
I think he's a very good actor. I think I think that is a really good remake of that movie because they did it well. I mean, they were respectful to to the remake. Sometimes when they make some of these other remakes, one of the movies that I watched a long time ago, no problem, Bones. Good to see you, buddy. Was a movie from the '80s called Fright Night.
Oh, I remember that with the Latin girl. Oh my
No,
God.
no,
No.
no. Fright
Yeah.
Night. I can't remember the guy who played Dracula in Fright Night, but the guy who was a vampire hunter was Roddy McDowall, and he's best known for playing Galen in the Planet of the Apes movies.
Was it the other
But
one?
all right, brother. Thanks, Des. Thanks for hopping on, buddy. It's always a pleasure. I know it's late there.
Great seeing you, Des.
Take it easy, Des.
No, keep commenting. No, Fright Night was about the vampire who moved in next door, and the kid.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, and that's the kids who then. No, I'm thinking.
No, you think of something else, but they redid the
Tories.
they redid the movie, and they redid it with.
I'm thinking the Lost Boys. That's what I was thinking.
You're thinking
about.
the Lost Boys.
The Lost
Yeah.
Boys. Yeah.
Well, they redid it with Colin Farrell as the vampire living next door. And what happened was there was no suspense building up. They just went right to all this special effects. And the remake was terrible. Now, the original was kind of that typical 80s campy horror movie. But it was it was really good. It was done well. And there was a lot of suspense to it because, A, they didn't have they didn't have the technology to do all the kind of crazy, special effects they could do right now. But it actually was a story that built up. Where this was kind of like, hey, I think my neighbor's a vampire. The next thing you know, he's a vampire, and then it's just all special effects. And it was just very disappointing being kind of a horror fan, especially a horror fan, especially from back in the '80s.
Well, I think
I got all the Fangora books. I got all those books back then. Watched all the Jason movies, the Freddy movies. I mean, Amityville Horrors.
Colin Farrell's not as good now, I think, as when he first came out. I mean, he used to do some better flicks. I mean, now.
You should see Colin Farrell in the Death of a Deer, the Sacred Death of the Sacred Deer.
Yeah.
That was an amazing movie, and him and Nicole Kidman, brilliant. Everybody in that movie was just amazing.
I've always wanted to watch that movie. I've passed by it one too many times. Apparently.
Oh, you have to see it. I've seen that movie close to 30, 35 times, something like that. I've watched it again and again and again.
What's it called? Death of the Sacred Deer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Something like that.
Nice.
Yeah, I've seen that movie, and I've passed by it a lot, but I kept going, man, I'd really like to see this movie, but I don't know if I want to. What if it sucks? What if it doesn't?
It's incredible. And I have a couple of my friends that all love watching it again and again and again. They'll just come over and we'll just watch it. And we've watched it together probably anywhere from 5 to 10 times, different friends of mine. So I watch it easy 30, 35 times.
Really? Well, that's
just so
definitely
good.
One that we got to put on the old watch list, Jennifer.
And you got to watch it a few times because there's so many little hidden gems in there. And little stuff that you don't really get until after you get through it. But it's real creepy. It's great.
Oh, well, Jennifer, I don't know if she want to watch it. She hasn't been really into watching because I thought one of the original movies that I liked was Us.
That was a good movie.
That was good.
Very original.
That was very good.
And it was fantastic, well written, just great acting, great story. Just really was.
The end twist was
creepy.
Brilliant, right?
It was it was truly
it has
creepy.
A little Shyamalan kind of twist style to it. I like that.
And Jordan Peele does. He's that guy's got some talent, man. I tell you, I was just really blown away by the whole storyline. And I'm sitting there thinking,
Have you seen Black Mirror? That series of short
I tried watching it.
horrors? Dude,
I've
all
watched
of
them.
those are like amazing little. They could all be a full blown movie. Any one of those stories,
I've watched a few of those. They're pretty good.
insane. The guy is really good at what he does.
Yeah, I mean,
No, we love you commenting, Dwayne. Comment
yeah,
as
keep
much as
commenting.
you
Yeah,
want.
I feel like a baby right now. Quincy, it's because you are young man. See, Daryl and I always exchange different movies and shows back and forth, and we're pretty, right on in that wheelhouse. I know he'll probably say we're not, but we are. We still, are in that wheelhouse with liking the same stuff. We've been going back and forth with Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Big fan of that series. Yeah, Jordan Peele did the Twilight Zone. And there's been so many different renditions of Twilight Zone movies and that have been released. And some really do get it right and some don't. I mean, I've watched some. I can't remember, was it Twilight Zone or there was another series, Jennifer. I can't remember which one it was, but it just got too stupid and I was not digging it. I had to go. I was like, I'm done.
How old is Quincy?
Quincy, I think Quincy's like what, maybe 28, 30?
I mean, he's not older than 40. I can tell you that much.
No, he's not older than 40. No, he looks like he's 16.
30, I think he's like 31, 32, something.
Handsome young lad. He's
37.
37.
Yeah,
Get the hell
dude.
outta here, bro.
Your freaking finger hit 3 instead of 2, Quincy.
Wow, 37.
But Jennifer and I, we've been trying to find some new series and movies to watch, and we were chatting during our broadleaf bullies with Kevin and Jesse on different series, and we were basically spent an hour of the show just swapping shows back and forth from one another. What's that new series we started watching, which is pretty good? This is something Jennifer found. I can't remember what it was. I wasn't really bought into it, but I wasn't 100% bought into it. And then I think after about watching it for 20 minutes, I finally started liking it, and it's kind of set back in the Victorian era.
The Nevers?
The Nevers.
Oh, that's the one about those women in turn of the century England that they developed these weird powers or something or other.
Yes, semi. Yeah, I think it was, but yes, the Nevers. It's fantastic. I mean, I really like the first episode so far has got me.
There's one that is actually done, and it's the premise of the gold rush in New Zealand. And it's a pretty good series. I'm trying to remember what the hell the name of it is. We just started watching it here a while ago. The first episode, it's really unique. It's got it's got a good cast of people in it. But it's like a period piece, and it's got it's like a dark detective kind of thing. But it's, I don't know what the hell the name of it. But this woman is blamed for the death of a guy or something or other.
When Daryl watched the Nevers episode 1 3 times, that's when you know it's good.
Wow.
That's when you know it's good.
The Luminaires. The Luminaires. That's the name of that one. The Luminaries or the Luminaires, something like that.
Luminaries. I think the Luminaires are the things that you could buy for your teeth.
There you go. Or it's the guy that did the thing that, the lamp and Beauty and the Beast. One of the Luminaires. But yeah, the Luminaries. That's actually a pretty good series. I mean, that first episode, it's dark, it's gritty, it looks like a weird version of the Wild West, but New Zealand style with British accents and all kinds of stuff. And I'll tell you which one is really badass. It's called Dark. It is a German.
Oh, that is a great movie.
Oh my God, that is a phenomenal series, dude.
I love that movie.
It's insane.
Yeah, that is great.
I started watching a series called Head.
Yeah, me too.
It's a little sloppy.
Yeah.
No, I mean it's actually
That's a good series.
I'm stuck on. I can't remember which episode it is, but I'm digging it. I just haven't had an opportunity to get back and really get fully invested in it. But it is pretty cool. The one movie I want to watch that came out
You
in
haven't
20.
gotten head? Is that what you're saying? You haven't gotten head?
I haven't gotten it. I haven't gotten the head yet.
Okay.
I want to get. Yes, I've had Blackbird cigars, Quincy. They're pretty decent. They're pretty decent. I've had them in the Stogie Bird pack. City of Lies. Now, this movie was released, I think, 2018, 2017, or was supposed to be, and it wasn't. It was only released, I think, in Italy for like some series, some big festival, and then it kind of got buried because it follows the murder of Tupac and Biggie Smalls, and I guess there was a reporter who kind of was still digging around because it was unsolved, and he goes back and talks to the police officer who was actually, the detective who was involved early on, and it starts peeling back the onions on who was really possibly involved in their murders, and it ties in the city, the police department, and you read different things online on the why this movie never came out. I think too many people, for whatever reason, were blasting it, said it wasn't a very good movie. But I think there's other reasons why. But it is available for rent right now, so if you get an opportunity, watch it because I am very curious on how that's gonna go. No, you are not the only one. You're not the only one who had them, Quincy. They're good cigars, man. And Dwayne says that Dark is great. I don't know if we tried watching Dark or not.
The Dark is really intense, dude. It's an interesting storyline, and because it starts off very very one way, and then before you know it, it just starts to spin. You're thinking child abduction, child molestation in a small German town, and it just goes on this weird, completely different spin. It's about a time experiment linked to a nuclear power plant that's right by this town,
Oh,
and it has a semi religious spin to it also as well. I mean, it really is. Whoever wrote this must have been on some heavy peyote trips. It is wow, man. I'm on the second season, and let me tell you, second season is just as good as the first. It's a slow starter. You got to get through a couple of the 2 to 3 episodes to really dive in.
yeah.
But once you do, man, you're like, man, this is some insane stuff here going on.
If you like Gary Oldman, if you like Tom Hardy, watch Child 44. Awesome. Child 44. It's an incredible movie.
What's it on?
It might be on Netflix. I watched it a while. It's an older movie, but they talk about the story is it's a series of child murders, and during the Stalin era, and they try and suppress the crime in Russia
I
and
know
the
what you're
Soviet
talking
Union,
about. Yeah.
Soviet Union during this time because it was the perfect community, and Tom Hardy and Gary Oldman are in it, who play police officers and former military. And I love Tom Hardy. I'm a big Tom Hardy fan, and it's a really good movie.
Okay, now if you like Tom Hardy, I mean, come on, Peaky Blinders. I love that series.
I
great.
got into it and then I kind of died off a little bit because I do like the lead guy who played the Scarecrow in the Chris Nolan Batman series.
Cillian Murphy.
Yeah,
What a phenomenal actor, dude! Everybody's been dying for this season 6 to come back. Supposedly, the story was going to just all be just 5 seasons and they'd be done with it.
yeah.
But the request and the buzz and how popular it became, they started to extend the storyline. So they're coming back with a season 6, and based on that, they'll either wrap it up there or see what happens. But I thought, what an amazing series.
Maybe I got to
It
revisit
was.
that because I think I watched the first 2 seasons and then I just kind of was like, I don't know. It wasn't that it was bad. I think I just got kind of bored with it and shifted to something else. Um, because it did have a great cast of folks in it.
Yeah.
And I know Duncan, you like the series. I don't know if you finished it up yet. That I got hooked on Justified.
Oh, dude, I'll tell you what, man. I'm actually giving myself 1 year to go back and redo it again.
Timothy Oliphant's
Timothy
great, man.
Oliphant is a
Oh my
beast
God.
in that. I mean, he's become like one of my favorite actors ever, dude. He's got,
Deadwood. Start watching Deadwood if you like Timothy Oliphant and a couple other actors are in that
yeah,
movie.
he's
Great
got this
show.
swagger, man. He's got this kind of like, he's just, there's something about him and very, very well done. Everything
Yeah.
about it, episode after episode. And then the other guy that plays his nemesis,
Yeah.
great guy too, just really on point.
I can't think of his names. He's been in a couple of He's been in a couple of Quentin Tarantino movies lately, and he was one of the cops that was in The Shield.
In the Shield, you put me onto that.
He was the original one of the. He was like the dick. Yeah, Deadwood is a great series, and that series just kind of stopped, right? And everybody's like, "What the hell?" There's a lot of loose ends.
Yeah, they did a final movie.
And they did
on
a
it,
final
I think.
movie several years later, tied up the loose ends. Yeah, but that's got another. Duncan, you watch American Gods, right?
Yeah, yeah. I
You know
love
you know the older guy in that movie who's also in all the
Yeah.
John Wick movies.
yeah.
Yeah, he's in Deadwood.
Ooh, I'll tell you what, man. That series, American God, is again, without sounding very vulgar, is a total mind fuck. I mean, literally. Wow, dude. Again, another one that Neil Gaiman must have been on some heavy drugs when he wrote that up, dude.
Yeah,
Love it.
it was a good site. I was watching it. I think we watched the first 3 series or two seasons of it.
I think it's only got 3 seasons to it, if I'm not mistaken.
It's not. I don't think it lasted very long. I don't even think we made it to the 3rd season. We might have gotten halfway through or something. I like good. There's some things that are trippy that I like, but that one just got a little too like. All right, when when there's that many storylines going on, and I'm trying to follow all of them, I'm a little confused. I'm done. I'm checking out. And I'm not someone who just wants it spoon fed to me either. You know. Well, yeah, Daryl probably is very deep. Daryl's probably why I don't like it. I mean,
it's based off of just one book, basically. So I think that they wrapped it up at season 3, from my understanding. That I literally am only watching one episode every, I don't even know how many days, just to stretch it out.
mhm.
I do like it. I like the entries of each of the episodes is like something unique, historical or whatnot. Just really good spins on everything, man.
Yeah, yeah.
But it is trippy. It is trippy.
Yeah, I watched just because I was bored, and I like Russell Crowe. I watched the movie Unhinged, which kind of dives a little bit deeper into the whole
How was that movie? That's the one that he goes crazy.
It's basically
Isn't that like the one that Kurt Russell did years ago?
I was gonna say Duncan. I was just getting ready to say it is almost a remake of Falling Down,
Yeah.
just differently.
Which
But
was awesome.
Falling Down.
That was a great movie.
Oh,
I love
one of my
Falling
all-time
Down.
favorites, dude. Especially the scene at McDonald's or wherever the hell he was at.
No, the convenience store. I love when he's at the convenience store.
Oh my
And he-
god! I just like the man wanted breakfast. He goes, "I just want breakfast."
Yeah.
It ends at 10:30. He goes, "Man, it's 10:31. I just want breakfast. I know you still got it back there. Dude. That's like how many of us have not been at a McDonald's at just when and you're like, dude, I can
Yep.
see it there. Give me a damn biscuit."
Daryl, I do want to watch them, but Jennifer doesn't want to watch it. Most definitely. And Daryl said that Unhinged was infuriating. it was just, I don't know. It basically was a remake of Russell Crowe, big fat Russell Crowe.
Yeah.
Playing Falling Down, which I think is just an incredible movie. because I mean, it's not a humorous movie, but there's some moments that just you can relate to. You know what I mean? Unhinged, it was like it wasn't a relatable movie. It was just I didn't think it was a very good movie.
Well, they spun it and they created a victim hero character in that woman and her son.
Well,
Whereas,
yeah.
yeah, and I just didn't see it. I mean, I was like, eh.
What they did was they gave you a character who was on medication and apparently going through some serious issues in his life, and didn't give you that backstory so you didn't feel for that person. They just let you continue to see the byproduct of what that person was, right? So now when something happens, it's just like, oh, well, it's not that person's fault. Look at their history. Look at their past. They didn't give you that for that person in this movie. They just basically intimated that there was something going on. You knew something was going on by some of the things he was saying. And he was popping medication. But obviously some serious screws loose and, propensity for violence. So it's just a perfect storm. But
Popping pills, baby, popping pills.
and you're absolutely right there. It was unrealistic. Like falling down had a little bit of some like, yeah, I could see, doing that, but it was just a little unrealistic. It was like, those moments when someone gets killed and like,
Which is
nothing.
the one that what's his name did that he something similar to that, and he ends up killing the baseball player, and it was him and the guy from Blade. Oh my God, it's man, I'm trying to think about it. He was a salesman. He was like a salesman, and what's his name, man?
Wesley Snipes?
Yeah, it was Wesley Snipes, and the guy from Taxi.
Lodka?
No,
Danny DeVito?
no, not. Hey, you talking to me? You talking to me? What's his name?
Al Pacino? Robert De Niro?
Robert De Niro.
Oh, The Fan? That was
The
terrible
Fan.
movie.
Yeah, The Fan.
That was terrible.
See, that movie Unhinged reminds me of that one.
Yeah.
It's more like that, and I didn't think that The Fan was like all that either.
Oh no, it was basically everybody cashing in on their names at that time, trying to get. It was a stupid movie. If you want to watch a crazy, just whacked out movie, right? And I love Peter Weller. Peter Weller's a great actor. He played RoboCop.
Yeah, I love.
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
Watch the movie.
He's a professor now in Syracuse College.
I'm not surprised. He's one of those guys who reminds me of James Woods, who's an MIT graduate, just brilliant. Get the movie Naked Lunch.
Naked Lunch.
Naked Lunch.
Nice.
It's I think it was a book that was either written in like the 30s or 40s, and he's like a door-to-door pesticide salesman who actually uses this drug to get high. And it's just a crazy movie, I'm telling you. It's a crazy, and he's an amateur writer, but he's always like high on this pesticide. You have to watch the movie. It is really one of those movies where you're like, wow, this is kind of bizarre, but it's very original. And just, I mean, Peter Weller is just fantastic in it. I think it's from the 80s or something. I mean, it really is or early 90s or something, but just a very original, crazy, just blow your mind movie. Wow. Naked Lunch.
Naked Lunch.
Naked Lunch with Peter Weller. I got to look up see who else is in it, but man, when you start watching, it starts getting weird. Do not turn it off. Just keep watching it because it gets weirder, and it's even better. But I sat there and watched Unhinged, and I'm going, this is the guy who did Master and Commander. Like, I love that movie. That movie's fantastic.
Yeah, it is.
He
That's
did.
A great movie.
Oh my God! It really is one of Russell Crowe's better movies. I think it really.
He was Leonidas. I mean, come on, he was Leonidas.
Well, it's he did The Gladiator. He did this. He did that. He did A Beautiful Mind, which is a great movie. But Master and Commander is just.
I think I got them confused. Yeah, I got them. I'm thinking the other guy who did the 300.
Oh yeah. That's what's
the
his
other
face? Guy. Yeah, Gerard Butler.
Yeah, the other Australian guy. Yeah, him. Yeah.
Yeah, that was that was a good that was a good movie. But again, I mean, yeah, 1991 was that movie, Naked Lunch. Roy Schneider's in it too. Jaws.
As long as there was nobody naked, that's all that matters.
No, just having lunch naked. It was okay. It was all right. So Duncan, do you have anything going on with Don't You Know? Any specials going on?
Well, we're gonna do like a little fun thing. On Saturday, Seamus came up with this kind of interesting idea. A lot of times, we have these, really crazy long shows, and he says, how about whoever is, with us, like the last couple of minutes before we sign off, send us a message that'll say, "I'm the last one." And on this coming Saturday, whoever's at the end, coming on board has stuck it out, and he or she sends us a DM. We're gonna do a little send out of a gift to them as a thank you, because we appreciate all the guys who stick it out through us, watching all our craziness, all our antics, all our tomfoolery. So it'll be "I'm the last one," and if it's one person, two or three or four or five, doesn't matter. We're gonna put together little 5-packs, and we're gonna make sure that we send it out to them as a thank you.
Very cool.
We gotta appreciate, when we do our shows, and I know you got a ton of people that follow you, like Lars and whatnot. But I've always said this, man. We never started doing the shows for money or for anything. It was just a way to bring some levity last year, because all that we were going through. We wanted people to have a good time, laugh. And if you're still watching us, and you've been hanging out with us for a year, and you want to, just show that kind of support and continue doing that.
Right.
The coming show on Saturday at 7:00. If you are, when we sign off, whoever you are, send in "I'm the last one, man. I did it." We're going to look at the timestamp on the comments to make sure that, you came on board with us at the beginning and stuck it out to the end. We're going to put together a nice little 5-pack of cigars and send it out to you guys. So
when's your show?
From 7 p.m. to 8 this coming Saturday. We do the shows now at 7 on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. Plenty of time for people to get home from work.
PM Eastern.
PM Eastern. And, I did a real quick side note with Barry Bones. If you're still there, Barry, thank you very much. He invited me on his show this past Monday. It was a lot of fun, too. So, but he's on 6:00 his time. It was 7:00 my time. But for us, it's always 7 p.m. Eastern. Really, really thankful to everybody that always watches. And we are making money, by the way. We are officially now up to $3.27
Congratulations
on our podcast.
Congratulations.
Yay!
We keep saying that, but when we hit $3.30, it'll be $1.10 for each of us, so we can finally buy a soda each.
No, but reinvest it, Duncan. Just
Absolutely.
Reinvest it.
Duncan, is that? Are you doing it on
Thanks,
that site? What is it called?
We using
have a good night, Frank.
It's called Anchor, and the neat thing is, Lars, Anchor, when you do it there, it also publishes it on different formats. It does it on Google Podcasts, iTunes, Pocket Podcasts. It's got about 6 or 7 different ones. So when we do the show on one and we save it and we upload it, wherever you're at, you can basically find it on any of these different podcast platforms. But you can definitely see it on iTunes. You can see it on Google. You can pretty much put it out there, and you can listen to it on anything. What's the other one? That's Spotify. It's on Spotify as well. So not bad.
That's cool.
$3.27 after almost a year. We're almost there.
You know what? You got to start somewhere, bro.
I'll tell you what, man.
I love it.
Got to start somewhere, man.
We want to give something back now to the guys who've been hanging out with us the longest. If you're with us this coming Saturday, at the end of the show, we're going to check out the timestamp. And if you say, "I'm the last one," whether to me, to Seamus, or to Mike, we'll check it out. And however many people are there, all you guys are going to get a 5-pack sent out from us to you. So very happy about that. It's the least
That's a beautiful thing.
Awesome, man. That's great, bro. That's
yeah,
great.
Man.
Lars.
Yes, baby.
How you feeling, buddy?
Tired.
Yeah. You got a rap, or
Yeah, you know I do.
I just want to make sure, man. I don't want you to push it.
Yeah,
Duncan told me I should
I'll
get my
break into,
guitar for you.
I'll break
Get the
into my
guitar.
old school thing.
Duncan says I should get my guitar for you and play some background music for you.
Well, blast my lyrical gay, looking like the shit from the unforgiving. I blast here in the Asia, like a proctologist, the rhythmologist, live the knowledge, never went to college, like a slam dunk bunk, fake the funk. Or then you get jumped, glocking with my crew. Better be down, we be glocking you when I come around. I watch your nugget. When I come around, I'ma watch your nugget. And it's like that. When I come around, I'ma watch your nugget. Check that shit out. When I come around, I'ma watch your nugget. Yeah. When I come around, watch your nugget. Take the lyrical fake in it to win it, but you made a mistake. Fronting that hype shit with me, you're gonna be played like misery. I got a 1, 2 balls of steel, knock the shit out of your sex appeal. When I come around, I watch your nugget. When I come around, I watch your nugget, and it's like that. When I come around, humble watch your nugget. Check that shit out. When I come around, humble watch your nugget. Yeah. When I come around, watch your nugget. Flaunt your girl in my face. I'll take her. I'll treat her. You'll end up second place. Ask the girlies around the way who's the best on any given day. I'm the man to scream. They ain't frontin'. When it comes to me, they feel like they're blunting. When I come around, watch your nugget. When I come around, hope watch your nugget. Check that out. When I come around, hope watch your nugget. It's like that. When I come around, hope watch your nugget. Uh, when I come around, watch your nugget. There it is.
Nice, dude.
Fantastic.
Nice.
I always got to end the show with a Lars song, and Lars has one arm. Will not deter him.
No.
Fantastic.
I love you guys so much. It was great time being here tonight with both of you guys.
It's always good with you, man.
It's always good.
Thank you, Barry.
Always good seeing you guys, man. It's always good hanging out with you. Can't wait for next week. We're gonna be getting some guests ramping up on the show. So Bones, you hopped on. I did show the.
Thank you, Kevin.
I did show off the new Stogie Road Luxury Edition, and we were also going to be having some new cigars. Here's the Culture. It's my little time machine. Here is the Scarlet Crown, and then we also have Smooth Sailing. All will be available very, very soon on the VSRCigarFam.com. Thanks, Kev. Appreciate it, buddy. It's always good to see you. From Senor Duncan Ramon.
Not naked.
Not naked. And Lars is always the world's champion of art. And yours truly, El Viajante. This is Stogie Road Diaries. Thanks for joining us. We'll catch you next week. Have a great night. We'll see you soon.